Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We have gotten Kilowatt as a protectorate, and people were wondering why I did that. I explained that in the comments. I did it for basically laziness and not wanting to spend all the points on everything to core it and stuff like that. And if I released it again, it would still be a protectorate. And I had no option to force convert them to Zoroastrian. So I decided to just leave them as a Sunni. We have a precedent of having, you know, people under us that were not necessarily our religion, like Abyssinia earlier, and I released them. In reality, I didn't want to mod in a special nation on the coast here because it would basically be mechanically better than doing this. And this is part of the game mechanics. This is something that you have to deal with in the game. So we have a protectorate here. It's a big, huge thing. And I gave them back Mogadishu just because if I'm going to have them all as a protectorate, this province isn't that great. I could just keep it like that. Although, it's not necessarily bad either, compared to some of this junk I have up here. And the benefit of that stuff is that I can show off the mechanics, and we are getting stuff from them. So it has to reset itself there. So I'm not too worried about that. Sorry if I disappointed anyone. We have to worry about Spain in the Indian Ocean and the Indies, so we're going to have to... I'm going to maintain the diplomat. Oh, let's do something else with our other diplomats. Really, the entire thing about getting all these provinces is entirely luck-based or dependent on my speed at doing it. This colony here proves that this island here is a full core, which means that I can no longer prevent Spain from doing anything in the area and just hope that they focus on their Americas, which we know that they have colonies in. They have a presence here, and they might get a claim on India. There's an event that does that, or parts of India that they can take. So we're going to have to do as best we can to do that. Now, because they're colonies, we could theoretically take them in a war fairly easily. They're not worth a whole lot. But Spain... Let's just do total. Spain actually has more guys than we do by a significant margin because I haven't been spending... Yeah, actually Amalfi has more guys than we do now. Kind of wonder why they didn't show up, but I guess with all my allies I'm still stronger than them. And they're way over the limit. And this kind of illustrates what I need. I need to have more artillery and less cavalry. Although I do get bonuses to cavalry and stuff like that, so I'll keep that around. Really though, it's the navy that's the problem. And, you know, I actually could be wrong about this, but yeah. I wasn't. 34 heavy ships to my 2, and twice as many light ships. They don't have any galleys because they're Spain. And, yeah, their force limit is much, much higher than mine. When I get my ideas done all the way, I'll have a 25% force limits modifier, and I'll probably have more when I do something in India. Another option is to take naval ideas for my next thing, but I do not want to do that because it's another diplomatic idea. So I'll definitely be taking military next because I'm so far ahead in tech most of the time that it gives me something to dump my points into, so I'm not constantly trying to juggle things, building buildings, or actually spending stuff on techs ahead of time when everybody around me is not that far. Although Zorpov is, but they're my They're my bros. The Immortals, I guess, are too. So, really, I think we're in good shape as far as that stuff goes. And as long as we don't antagonize Spain too much, we could just try to get them while they're on their back foot, like they're having troubles with France or something. It really depends on the situation that they're in. So let's keep going. I kept Zanzibar because it's a trade node. Pretty much just that. And we're going to flip the culture there. So only Malwa and Bijapur are left. So they took whatever was left of Malwa up here. And these guys are probably going to get annexed pretty soon, considering the fate of their brothers over there. So Assam is now by itself. Get some ducats. Now this is an interesting opportunity here. What happened to my heavy ships? Okay, the heavy ships here. Since I already have guys here, although if I were wanting to get both of these provinces, I would need to have more guys there. That'll take a while. So I'm thinking if I actually declared war now and shipped a bunch of guys over there, I could get this entire area and release, or at least I can take the stuff that belongs to Bengal here and give Chittagong to that and have a little vassal over here to help me out. Or I could just keep it, I suppose. The question of that is largely whether I have the time to do that while doing other stuff. I don't know. I suppose we can think about that. The priority here is the colonies, though. So do I have any unique buildings I can buy? Not unique buildings, special buildings. I know the Glorious Monument's coming up. Post... Oh no. Fine Arts Academy. That's alright. I usually get my stability from events rather than buying it, but I have been buying it quite a bit. That's a good question. Amalfi has a military alliance with Hungary. That's super bad. No, we're not natives or anything. We're not playing as India. We're not going to have problems necessarily fighting Spain's troops at this point. But fairly soon they're going to eclipse us in quality of troops and stuff like that. And we really need to have... Let's build some more military buildings. Did I finish building armories everywhere? Nope, I missed a province. Okay. Training fields then. Actually, I could build a few more troops and a few more ships. So let's do that. Let's build some cannons. Let's see, I have... There we go. And I suppose, to prepare fighting anybody, I'm going to have lots of heavy ships. So, I've got 14 I can build. with my force limit. I don't know why I clicked that. C6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then 12. And I'll build a couple of transports as well. I don't care if that's overseas, it'll be finished building sooner. If I build it there, then if I build it after I build the heavy ships. Well, married with Actabi. Okay, so now we have Nizam, who is a male leader, who has 6 military. That's great. And then we have Ferrabors, who is almost exactly half as good, but is still a male leader. Time has come for... Oh, he's too young for that. That's good. That's good. Then we don't have old people. He's only 24 too. Wow. We're gonna have this guy for a while, theoretically. It means I probably don't want to put him as my general. And here I go, going back on what I said I was going to do. Actually, I want a couple points of stability for. Okay. For converting Zanzibar, and just as a buffer. We'll turn that down for now. Yeah, I'm okay with delaying the admin tech for a while. We don't get anything until 22. Okay, so Martuis is finished. You know what, actually I'm going to need more guys over here regardless. Because that colony isn't finished. So we've got this here. How close are we to finishing those transports? Now, one of the things I can do is I can get... What's my inflation situation look like? Pretty flat. I'll use caution here. Now, since our leader is so good, I'm not too worried about my points right now. Or on Zanzibar. So, now that I've raised my stability, it'll take 92 months. But let's build some forts. Just because. So, 3 fort. We'll see the actual drop there. Now that we have stuff that helps us convert better. So here we go. We'll get half of these units on here. And send them over here. Well, almost half. And I guess we'll already start sending... Actually, there's only 2,000 guys here. It's this that's the problem. Because it's 7,000. So I didn't actually need that many. And because of the way the natives work... Yeah. And something I could potentially do is I could block... Let's actually send these guys over. I can block off Spain over here on this island by pulling this guy out. And then sending them here, because this island is very easy to colonize. I don't need any guys there or anything like that. Another salt crisis. Okay. So now we have more colonial range. And the next thing will be global settler increase, which is very, very good for us right now. I don't know why it's giving me shit about patrolling here. As long as I don't sit in that province, I shouldn't have any issues with that. Discover this man. There we go. So now I have 3 colonies. The Holy War against Majapahit. How many dudes does Majapahit have? That's not even what I'm going to look at. Okay. It's going backwards, that's fine. Majapahit has 13,000 units. So with the men I have standing there, I actually could take them on. But I want to get this first. I want to keep my eye on this a little bit. There's no real way of knowing. I like their hats. Look at that. That looks sweet. Little Egypt mans. Okay, my fort's almost done here. I want to keep an eye on that, so if it gets attacked by natives, I can colonize it. Although I probably won't have time to really sneak in the gap there. So now we can recall this guy and send him back to Banton. 4 colonies I don't think is a good idea, especially since I don't have the troops. Okay, so we discovered Demak over here. My keyboard's acting up again. There we go. So you just hang out here. Or we can have you go here and then come back. But don't patrol. So now we've got most of the islands. We're missing one. Madagascar, which is unlikely to be converted. This stuff down here, you know, it would be more fun if I had people competing for this stuff. I already have Spain competing for it. But we're just going to leave that there for a while. Southern Africa. Now, if you really wanted to, you could kind of, if you were looking for a more hardline, you know, Zoroastrian thing, you could say that, well, these natives aren't worth our time. They aren't worth the time and effort, and they're savages or something like that. That's not really what I'm going for here, but, you know, that's certainly an option. So, now it's only 83 times, so let's build another one. And this will be our fortress in Africa. We can use for being our colony management stuff. Stop lowering my legitimacy, man. So we've discovered Massacre. It's over here. Okay, so if we take this stuff out, this is Java, by the way. And take this stuff, then it'd be harder for Spain to do things, but not impossible. They have a ridiculously long colonial range, you know, because they can get that. If they can get that, then they can. If they can core that, then they can get anything in Indochina without having any problems. Maybe, since this is going to be an exploration and colonization episode, we should start moving towards Australia. Now, since we're perpetually at above 90 prestige, that helps out for keeping down things and stuff. And yeah, the trade power is definitely a bonus. So once these colonies are complete, agricultural revolution in row. Where's that? Hey, 3 tax to 5 tax. I will take that. And now we have a bunch of money. Okay, so these are all heavy ships. That's not what I wanted to do. Butterfingers. And the transport over here. Okay. So one of the things I haven't done is manufacture. Let's build a manufacturing now that I'm kind of not doing anything. So if we build a trade company, and we have a place that has whatever, ivory, tea, chinaware, slaves, spices, or fur, we could build one here because it has slaves. And I think that's what we're going to do later. But what it does is it gives you 100% goods produced. So, theoretically, if I had a province that gave me ivory, which I do not... Well, I do have, yeah, right here. I want to do that so that I can get more of that. So, another thing is spices for something like this. I also have... I already have trading in spices and things like that. I could do that with tea, which is quite profitable. And stuff like that. This is related to, like, production and stuff. How does this create salt over here? I guess it's salt flats or something. Is the Aral Sea? I guess it's a sea, so it must be a salt lake. Trade goods. So of the places I can do that, it's mostly around the Persian Gulf and this province, which has something. Spices. These are pretty much production buildings, I guess. I'm going to build one. The question is, what do I want? I guess we can end up building one of each. They're very expensive. Let's build the trade company in here. So that's more colonial, I suppose. Okay. Let's do that, and we'll save that for building another one. Just because, why not? Salt crisis expired, that's good. Okay. So, now that I'm exploring again, instead of taking troops around, I need to appropriate a light ship for this, because they're better at that. And you have... Wait, hang on, let's find a cool one. Ah, the Ahura Mazda. Excellent. Ooh, the Araman looks cool too. No. The Ahura Mazda will bring the light to Australia. So, gonna keep doing that in Basra. I don't know if I need to go to Zanzibar. Really, I'm just kind of keeping that there to control the trade. So, Ahura Mazda over here needs to come down here. Oh, we have some dudes here. Okay, so Arabia is requesting that you come to their aid in Arabian reconquest of Tabuk against Egypt. Celebrate with Greece and the Alp-Urikids. And then Amalfi attacks Greece at the same time. Well, they're honor-bound to accept this. Do I have any generals? Got this guy. Conquistador is not necessarily... Oh, well, actually, that's really convenient, isn't it? I do have dudes there. Alright, I'm going to buy another general. Actually, I'll buy 2 generals. So since you're closest, you get the better general. And I want everybody else to come over too. We'll kind of just guard Judea, I suppose. So where are my heavy ships? Here we go. Let's go. Now what is their situation look like as far as navy? They have 42, most of which are light ships, and they have 0 heavy ships. Okay, so they can't fight this fleet. So I'll go over and blockade them. I don't want to get naval access with Arabia so that I'm not taking attrition here. I don't know. I think I'll take Al-Karak, unless Arabia gets there first. Just because if they take Tabuk, our borders will look all funky. So, something to think about. Now, in lines with my earlier support of Abyssinia, I'm going to make Egypt release as much of Abyssinia as I can without, going over a certain amount of problems. So because this is an offensive war, it actually pulled the Alpurikids and stuff into it. And I could be like super punitive about this, which is what I'm going to do, but I have to be careful that I don't take too long, I suppose, with that stuff. So many natives are here, 4,000? I'm not too worried about losing Madagascar, which means I probably am going to lose it. I am worried about that second thing there. But there really isn't anything else I can do right now. Except wait. Okay. Let's check out what we got here. Actually coming down to... Yeah, they'll join up here. You can do that. Crush their army. Oh! You jerks! Okay, I have to be careful here. Run! They're gonna catch me. Okay, Cambies. This is your time. I thought for sure they were gonna help me there. I could still win this, but with these guys coming in... Yeah. Come on, Kurdistan. Yes! Thank you, Kurdistan. The servants of the Empire show up to defend their master. Aha! So things are looking pretty good right now. To put things mildly. Hey. They won't give me fleet base. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I don't have to have a problem because I can use Medina as a rearming fleet place. There are the Alpurikids there. This is a situation I would want to have. I would want to have. That's what I'm looking for here. You just stay down here and defend the colonies for now. Force march for... Sure. I'll mess with Egypt. Now, are you actually in this war? No, they're at war with Hungary and stuff. Go the Zorro Pope. You guys think you can do that? Relations improved. Hey, Georgia likes us better. There we go, crush you. Okay. If they take over this stuff... It'll mess with that building. Okay, I guess I will stand on this province instead. By the time they get their act together, my other troops are going to be here. So that's nice. At least I hope so. Oh, where are my other vassals? What's Turkestan doing? No, Turkestan's already over here. Georgia, are you sending mans? I have more mans. Mans. Well, I guess Georgia is not really... I'm not expecting them to help. Gotta come back up. Okay, so we have ports blockaded. Yeah, whatever. So now that we have our maximum forts, we can build a missionary here. I apparently can't call these guys in. I wouldn't want to anyway, because their troops are too shitty. Okay. Let's take a look around to see what's going on.